Hi everyone. I'm kind of here to say hi, hello, how are you? I hope you all are doing really well. And I'm doing really well. And first of all, I thank you all who come to my sale. I think I have all the invoices out. If you bought something from my sale and you did not get an invoice, like an email from me, then let me know because that means I screwed up somewhere. But I believe I got all of the let everybody know what their total is with shipping. And so I want to show you what I'm doing here, and I don't even really know what I'm doing. But see this bundle? I have all my everything is in here of what I'm going to do. I have got a strip of fabric. This here, it's about 11 inches wide, and it's about 4 yards long. Now I do not know 3 yards long. I don't know if I'll ever get that whole thing done up. But what I'm doing, got my needle here. As you can see on the back of it, the stitches. But I am just stitching as I go. And I'll just roll it up as I go. Now this is just the first part of the stitching. And it's sort of going to be a snippet roll. But I have two piano rolls here. I took all the piano paper off, and then it is just the roll. And these will fit. But see, I wanted to make like a scroll. But since I have two piano rolls, one is going to be at one end and one is going to be at this end and one's going to be at the other end. And then as I get it, they can roll together. And so it'll be like a scroll that goes together. I think it'll be fun. I think it'll take me a million years to do it. But see what I can do now as I get going a little further. So I've torn myself a lot of little scraps. I just tore fabrics of different fabrics, just a whole hodgepodge of different fabrics, and then I have different colors of embroidery floss. And so what I'm doing is, see, I can just work as I go. I don't need much space to work on this or nothing. Nor nothing, see, because as I work it, I can then roll it. See my stitching now? I don't know why I do not know how to stitch a straight line because I started straight here. You can see my blues right here. They're pretty straight. The reds are straight. I don't know where I went. I don't know. Maybe I started drinking. I don't know, and I just don't even have a memory. But now my line, by I got this far, and my line is going like this, down here and up here. I don't know how that happened. But see, all I do here is I just start stitching, and I just stitch across, and when I run out of something to stitch, I just add another piece off of my stack there. And as time progresses, what I think would be cool is if I take pieces of muslin, and like if I take a piece of muslin here and maybe put it on like this, but have a quote written on it. And then a little farther down, another piece of muslin and another little quote. And here and there, maybe a little lace applique. I don't know. I don't know. It's just something because actually, in this book that I just got, it was sent to me in the mail. I'm a friend, but and here right on the front, and I think yeah, no, not on the back. Right on the front, it shows like a roll. You can see that it is on some kind of a like some kind of a spool, and I seen it in here, And here, see how it's a spool? And I'm not sure what kind of a spool that was used, but then I thought I have these piano rolls. And so I took the paper off and put the paper back in the box, and I can fix these up. I can decorate the ends up. This one's plastic. This one here is metal, and it's rusty. So I think all I want to do on this is protect it with a clear something. And I don't know, maybe I'd put a flower or something to decorate the ends. But this one must be older because it's made out of metal. And then this one here is plastic. So they're two different ones, but see how here, whatever this is, it's like gold on the ends. But see, it's that wide, and see how pretty that is? Now, she's done a lot of embroidery on hers. And she's done a lot of embroidery. Let's see. This book is, I definitely want to do one of these books with all the stitches. I definitely want to do that. Oh, here, does it say, how does your garden grow stitch bobbin? Oh, she says this is a bobbin. So, it's some kind of a bobbin. But it's long. It's very long. And so what you'll need, one industrial bobbin. Mine was 10 inches long. Hers was 10 inches long. Industrial bobbin is what she used, which my piano roll is going to do just fine. And where hers is 10 inches long, mine is 11. So that will work fine. My piano roll holder thingy doos. This is an awesome book, y'all. This is, oh my gosh. And Tilly Rose has one other book out too. I put it on my wish list, and one day I'm going to get it. This month is my tax month, so I can't be buying nothing. But I'm going to get it probably next month. But I want to get that one too. I did. I'll tell you what, I spent my money before I get it from my sale. I bought me, of all things, when you get old, you would appreciate this. But I bought myself a new walker. I use a walker to get around so I don't go crashing in the floor. I don't want to mess up the floor with it, like brains and stuff all over the floor. And so, since my legs are kind of giving me trouble, I ordered me a walker that is, it's not just got the handles upward handles, it's got a like step down and another set of handles. So that's going to be awesome because I'll be able to get myself out of a chair without any help. And so I thank you all who purchased from me because you bought me a walker. And I sent out 3 of the packages. Three of the orders have went out. The rest of them I'm waiting for the payment. Hopefully I did right with sending the invoices out. I'm not a professional when it comes to sales at all. And so, but I feel blessed that I was able to earn the money myself to buy my walker, because I have a walker, and actually I have 2 walkers. One of them's got a seat on it, and then one of them's just a regular walker. But this other one was just a little special, and I think I'm going to be able to use it better. And so that should be here on Friday. So, and then I put it on a credit card that I pay every month. I pay it off every month, so I know I'll have the money by the end of the month. And it's amazing how, we always have enough for whatever we need. It's just we're not rolling in no money, but we always have enough. We never do without anything. And so that's a blessing in itself right there. Then when I can earn my own money, earn it. I don't want it gifted. I want to earn it. And it just makes me feel like I'm what is it? Prosperous? I don't know. I don't feel like a loser. So I appreciate all of you, and I'm going to do another sale on the 15th. Not sure exactly what I'm going to have, and I don't know if I'm going to. I may still do it the same way I did the one I did on the first, which was build a bundle, $6 build a bundles. I think I'm still going to have some of those $6 build a bundles with junk journaling ephemera and stuff. But then I got a couple other things too that I think I'm gonna have. And we only have a little short sale. My sale will only be like from 1 to 2 hours long. It won't be long at all. Some people really can go a long time on their little sales, but not this old woman. And now see what I'm doing right here. Now I just used up a piece of blue, so now I want to use, let's see, I think I'll put some of my pink here. Oh, I had red in there. What did I do with my red? Oh, that was this one. Use my red. So the colors that I'm using, once I finish doing this, once I go along enough of the way and I want to stop for that moment anyway, then I can roll all my supplies right up in here. Well, except for the tubes, except for the spindles. Those I won't put in. I don't do that with them. But just roll it all up in there, and the needle is in there. Everything's ready. So if I want to take it from here and go to my chair and work on it, I can do that. I can work on it at my kitchen table. Although at my kitchen table, or dining room table. I don't have a kitchen table, just a dining room table. But I've been painting. But all I've been doing is just like background painting on some of these cards that I got from the Hallmark Hall thing that somebody gave me. A bunch of cards. And I'm just painting them. The cards, the divider cards, that go in between the cards when you go to the store and you see all these divider cards. Well, I had a lot of them at my sale, but I still have a lot. What I'm doing is I'm just painting on them, just like a background. And then I want to cut them out. I'm going to cut parts off of them after I get them backgrounds and a little bit of mixed media going on them. And then I want to make like scenes like of houses and maybe some people and such, just with all the different colors. I seen that, which somebody did something like that, and I said, oh my gosh, it was so cute. The houses were all different shapes and all different colors and whatnot. See, I just tied that new color right to the end of that blue that ended right there. And then I'll just keep going. Now see, I'm getting to the end there, so of the fabric. So I'll go of the add-on fabrics. There's a base fabric and then the add-on fabric. And I had this piece of fabric, this gray, and I've had it for a long time. It's like 3 yards of fabric. So I just tore off the whole length of the fabric, 11 inches. And then I ironed it up, and then I just kind of folded it in a roll, kind of roll folded it, so I can unroll it as I can roll it up as I finish a piece, and then like roll it like a scroll the whole way through. So all that is open in the middle is what I'm working on. As you can see, this is done. This is not done. This is what I'm working on. So I don't need a lot of space to work on it. And so, and it might take 100 years to get it finished, or maybe I'll never get it finished. We don't know. There's no way of knowing. Tomorrow I might walk out the back door and get run over by a herd of elephants. And you just never know when a herd of elephants is going to go through your yard and squash you. And so anyway, okay, see now I got to the end of that. So I'll just turn now this way, and then I'm going to start stitching this way. I'll stitch along the opposite way. I always stitch right to left. Right to left. I can't stitch left to right because it makes me fall off my chair. Can't do it. Just can't do it. But see, now my stitches come all the way down to here. So I need to add a piece of fabric right here. So I'm going to add a piece that I don't see there. So this one right here at the top. Oh, I didn't iron that one. I got to iron that one. That one needs to be ironed. Okay, this one here. How's this? Yep, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do that one. I'm going to do that one right there. And so now it's kind of big. Some of them are big, some are little. Some I have them going this way, some I have them going up and down. And so, but like I say, I want to get to muslin. I have muslin, and I'm going to use that. And I have fabric markers that I can write with on fabric. And I've got some favorite quotes that I'm going to write on the fabric. Oh, I have to go up this way here because I got like this swirly bit going on there. I got this mountain. I made a mountain out of a molehill right there. And I want to mention too, for all of you that know Di Kirby over in New Zealand, she fell and broke her leg. She fell and broke her femur bone. That's the big one. And so she has got a cast on her leg. If you have her on Facebook, she showed a picture, a glamour shot of her leg, which she's got plaster from her ankle to her knickers. Bless her heart. And so she needs plenty of hopes and prayers sent in her direction so that that leg will heal. But apparently she's been blacking out here and there, now and again, and they think that's why she fell, is because she blacked out, if I read everything correctly. And so, and she broke that leg, and now she's over there in that hospital, and kind of pretty much can't go running the streets now, not with that leg in that shape. And so she needs our kind thoughts, our hopes and prayers. So please, if you will, send your hopes and prayers in her direction. Just aim them into, I always want to say Las Vegas, but it's New Zealand. And so that leg will just heal. Put my glasses on. I can see the eye of the needle. Can't see the eye of the needle without your glasses on, Elizabeth Marie. Oh, wait a minute, let me trim up that end. And I'm still working on quite a few things. Like I said, I'm just one who just works on so many different things. Today I've done this. I've stitched, I finished my little piece of the rug I was making. I just made a little rug just to see if I knew how to do locker hooking, which I got that down pat. So I want to start on a larger one. The one I did is only like 8 by 10 inches. So it's little tiny, which will work for a a hot pad to use by my stove so I can set hot pots on it instead of putting it on the countertop. And but I think it turned out good, and it's fun. It is so much fun. So I finished that. Then I sat at my dining room table and I painted a bunch of those pages. They're scattered all over my dining room table, drying. And let's see, what else? Did I do anything else today? Probably not. Oh, I washed dishes. Oh, that's what I did. I washed dishes. They've been sitting there 3 days, so I figured let's go ahead and wash them things. They're not going to wash themselves. I thought maybe if I waited long enough, maybe Papa would go out there and wash them, but that didn't happen, so I had to go wash my own dishes. Sad as it is. And so I'm telling you, I knocked a broom over with my walker yesterday. And so the broom was laying sort of laying on the floor of the kitchen, sort of. Not really kind of in the way, but you had to step over it to get in the refrigerator. And well, I have a little trouble bending. So I just left it there. I figured, oh, Papa will pick it up. Yesterday. This morning was still there. And so I got my grabber. I got me one of them grabber doohickeys. And I got it picked up. I said, Papa, why didn't you pick up that broom? He said, oh, I didn't have a problem with it. I just stepped over it. Men. I'm telling you, he didn't have a problem with it. He just stepped over it. I'm telling you, I am trading him. Let's see, what he's 77. So I could trade him in on, I could get me a couple of people. One could be 40 years old and one could be 37. Yeah. And they'd be young and spry. And one of them could be my lawn gardener, do all the yard work. Not that I do any yard work because my daughter does it all. I'm just going to give her a break. See, one of them. The other one will be my butler and my broom picker-upper. Okay, yes, I'm losing my mind. Okay, see, now I just have to turn it. See? And now I go like this because that much is done and I'm only working on this piece. So that's all that has to show. And I'll just do that and do this and just stitch and keep going till that whole thing is done. The whole thing just covered with scraps. I'm not hemming them or nothing. Not hemming them nor nothing. I'm just putting them. Okay, so update on my daughter. She went to see the doctor yesterday or Monday. She went Monday. I think that was yesterday. No, I don't know what today is. So she went on Monday anyway. And so everything looks good. She had some kind of a rare cancer, granulomas, something weird, but they got it all. They took every bit of it, and then the cancer doctor was there taking biopsies while she was laid open like an old fish, And he took biopsies, and seems everything's good all the way around. And there's no sign of any cancer in there. No, they got it all. But she'll now go every 3 months. She'll go and have blood work that'll check for any kind of cancer markers. And as long as they, that blood test that they do will let them know if this is kind of going anywhere else. But other than that, she doesn't have to have any chemo, no radiation, no nothing. She got her staples out, which makes her feel much better. And so that was like a lot of answered prayers, knowing that she has no cancer And whatever this cancer is, it's like rare. It says rare, um, I don't know, ovarian something. But it's out of there now. The doctor pulled it out of her and threw it out the window. Well, maybe he didn't throw it out the window. But anyhow, so that's just all I wanted to show you here. Right there, see? And I got about a foot of it done. And I got about 12 feet to do. So this will be fun. And then when it rolls up, it's still pretty with that gray fabric with all them colors in it. And it's pretty. And it's going to roll from both ends. Be like a scroll. And then I'm going to have all the writings on it. And the writings I'll put all this direction. So there'll be a top and a bottom. So as you're rolling it up on one end and rolling it out on the other end, you'll go from one end to the other and be able to read all the messages that I've put on the scroll. I think it'll be really pretty. And it's going to be very colorful because I didn't worry about what kind of fabrics I cut. I just used fabrics. And then oh, what a blessing! The other night I was watching a I couldn't sleep, so I got up and I turned on a computer, and there was my friend Sarah doing a sale, and it's her last sale for the summer. She's going to take all summer off because her husband teaches, and so he's done working now for the summer, so she's not going to do any sales the rest of the summer. And she asked, she goes, well, you girls, is there anything, because she has a lot of fabrics that she sells because she's a quilter. And apparently she used to have a quilt store. And so then at the end, and then I said, well, Sarah, do you have any batik fabrics? Because I use the batiks in my locker hooking. And I don't know if I can see you or if I'll be upside down. Oh, I am upside down. Where's my thing? Where are my things? This is my upside downer fixer. No. Oh, now I'm not upside down. But anyhow, so I asked her, do you got any batiks? And she says, yeah, she does. She goes, just hang on a minute and I'll go get them. And so she did. And she come and she piled up these batiks that were already in strips. Just hundreds of strips of batik. I almost died right in my shoes because that's exactly what I need. All them different colors of batiks. And she's got them already in strips. I said, how in the world could that be any better than that? And so she's going to send me some of them. She goes, well, how much do you want? Like a pound? And I said, yeah, I'll take a pound. I'll take 2 pounds. And, so she's going to send it to me. And that is exactly what we use in locker hooking because the batiks, most fabric is, you get a color on one side and then the other side is just like faded out. And so, but a batik, you've got the same color. You can't even tell which side is the right side because both sides are the same. And so that's why we use batiks, or that's what it's taught to use the batiks in your work. And so see, this is what I do now. Now I'll stop for a while. So what I'll do is I'll just put my little, where'd I put my needle? I'm going to put my needle, where's my needle? Did I put my needle there? I'll make sure everything, oh, there's my needle. I'm going to put my needle right here so I don't lose my needle. And then I put my threads. These are the threads I'm using. And I'm using all 6 strands of the embroidery floss so it really shows. And then I just put all my scraps right there. And then look at this. I can just roll it up. And everything I need is right there. And so And that's all. So everything is right there, and that is really awesome. I think it is. Wait a minute. I have to get a little drink water. And so, yes. So I just wanted to say hello and ask you how are you, and show you this what I'm doing with my scroll, and then what I'm gonna do is reach. You all's used to my reaching already, but I've got a book here by Helen Steiner Rice. My granddaughter-in-law's name is Ukela, and I never could remember her name, so I wrote U K Law. Now I remember how to say it. I couldn't remember how to say the name. And so we're talking about fathers now. Oh, I might have read this one already because it's Father's Day coming up this month. And so we read about mothers around Mother's Day, and then Memorial Day we read a lot about America, God bless America and such. And so now Father's Day is coming right on up. So and I might have read this one already once, but there's only two things about dads in this book. Should be more. And then nothing till Thanksgiving, July and August. You'd think that, well, I'll just have to read another book. Okay. It's so nice to have a dad around the house. Dads are special people no home should be without. For every family will agree they're so nice to have about. They are a happy mixture of a small boy and a man, and they're very necessary in every family plan. Sometimes they're most demanding and stern and firm and tough, but underneath they're soft as silk, for this is just a bluff. But in any kind of trouble, Dad reaches out his hand, and you can always count on him to help him understand. To help and understand. And while we do not praise Dad as often as we should, we love him and admire him, and while that's understood, it's only fair to emphasize his importance and his worth. For if there were no loving dads, this would be a loveless earth. And like I said before, when we think about dads, my dad is gone to be an angel ever since 1986. So he's been like gone a while. He's been up there in heaven a while, but he's still my dad. He's still my dad. And then, but look at all the dads you have around you. You might not have a dad. Maybe you grew up with a single mom. Maybe you didn't have a dad. Mom had to be mom and dad both. So there's your dad. But then you have your uncle that may have been a real dad to you. Then you might have sons that are dads. And so happy Father's Day to them. And you know what? Even your mailman could be a father. And so happy Father's Day to him. And so there are dads all the way around you. And you know, I love being like, especially if I'm at the park. I don't go to the park often anymore. Papa and I used to oftentimes go to the park when he was playing Pokemon, because that's where he played Pokemon, was down south of us at a park. And I would just love watching families. I would sit at a picnic table, and I would always bring some crafting with me, and then I would watch the children that were on the playground part of the park. And then there was also there's a splash pad there for kids to play in the water. And I loved watching them families, and I was watching the dads being just the little boys along with their little tiny children, and that just made my heart glow. I just loved watching that. I mean, I'm a people watcher anyway, but when you watch dads with their children, I mean, moms with their children is fun to watch too, but something about dads and their children, it's when them dads working hard all week, be having to be all adulting, And then on the weekends, they take their little kids to the park. And then that's when the little boy comes out. And it is just so much fun for me to watch. So even though I do not have my father right here with me anymore, um, there's so many fathers around that I get fathered plenty. And so, yeah, it's Father's Day coming up. I don't know exactly which day it is. It's like the third Sunday of June or something like that. And so I think it's always on a Sunday, if I'm not mistaken. And so, but yeah, it's all good. Well, I'm going to, probably now I'm going to go sit in my lazy chair because it's that time of day. And I think I'm going to stitch on my Kawandi and work on that a little bit because the Kawandi stitching is very much like this stitching, except we're doing it in a different fashion. But so I'm gonna work on that for a while, and maybe I'll turn on some music and listen to some music while I do some stitching. And so I ask God to watch over you, every one of you, every step you take, every move you make, keep you safe, keep you happy, keep you humble and healthy. And Miss Diane, if you're listening to this, Di, I am praying that you get well. You get well, and you got to quit trying to dance in the street. You're going to run out of legs to break. Well, she wasn't really dancing in the street, but let's blame it on she was dancing in the street. Let's have some fun with this. No, bless her heart. She has got a heart of gold, and she has got such a sense of humor that I am sure she's having fun in the hospital. You know, over there they say they're in hospital. Here we say we're in the hospital. They don't use that word the. They just say, I'm in hospital. Here we say, we're in the hospital. I wonder why that difference is. Okay, anyway, God bless you all. Thank you for watching. And my hair all done up in that headband to hold it out of my face. I should really put on some makeup and brush my hair and stuff. I don't do that. God bless you all. Next video, please.